Hi, my name is Danielle. What's yours?
Hi, I'm Marvel.
Okay, Marvel. Do you have any other name you'd like to go by?
Marvel is fine.
Okay, cool. How was the ride down to the office?
That was okay.
That's great. Um, just want to let you know how our agency runs, and that's one of the items on the agenda. Everything that will be disclosed today will be totally confidential. I will not disclose anything unless you are okay with that, or it could be a threat to you or others around you.
Okay.
All right. So, what brought you by the office today?
I just have a lot going on in my family right now with my brother and with my parents. It's just a lot of confusion, a lot of dysfunction, and I guess trying to deal with everything while I'm here in school is just really starting to take a toll. I just don't know how to manage anymore, so I need some help.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot of things that are happening at home are affecting you at school. It's making you feel it's just taking a big toll on you, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you just tell me some stuff that's going on with your brother?
Well, he's been in a lot of trouble lately. So, over the last year and a half or so, he's been skipping school. He got kicked out at one point last year. And then this year he got expelled from school. So he's just making all the wrong decisions.
And how did you feel about that?
At first it used to really bother me, and I'd cry about it, and just want things. I don't know. I guess I'm praying for the better, for things to change and stuff like that. But now I guess I'm to the point where if he doesn't care, why should I care? I guess I've become kind of indifferent to the situation because it's obvious that he doesn't want better for himself. And if he doesn't want better, me worrying or getting stressed out about it doesn't make a difference.
So, it seems like your brother has a big impact on you in terms of wanting to go to school. Like you want to see him go to school and just excel, and he's not really doing that. He's kind of going the other direction where he's getting in trouble and getting kicked out of school. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how are your parents?
Well, they are, I guess they're kind of at the point that I am, where they feel like they can't do it anymore because, when things first started to happen, they spent time talking to him, trying to find out, kind of what was going through his mind and what was making him, make those decisions. And they really care. Not that they don't care now, because they still do care. But they're just kind of at the point where he just has to make decisions for himself, and if that's what he decides to do, there's nothing more that they can do about it because they've done all that they can, up till now.
So, from what you said, it's like, your parents they feel like they've done so much for him that now, whatever decision he makes, it's really up to him and what he wants to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And what kind of relationship did you have with your brother?
We had a pretty good relationship. He's my younger brother, and we're 5 years apart. So we had a good relationship relatively. I was kind of his defender. But as we got older, 5 years is not that big a difference, but it is because by the time he was sensible, as far as I'm concerned, I was going off to college and stuff, so I wasn't really home with him much. And I guess being away, with a lot going on, I didn't necessarily keep in contact as much as I should have. So communication was down, but I felt like we had a really good relationship because we talk about stuff that's going on. He'll tell me things, and we have good laughs and stuff like this. So. Yeah.
And how often do you talk to your brother now?
The last time I talked to him was sometime last week, and prior to that, we hadn't spoken 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, I want to commend you on actually, getting that phone call in, that you were able to talk to him and communicate with him after being away from home and coming to college, and then after hearing what's been going on with him, you still want to, I think that you still want to reach out to him. Is that right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So, what did you want to get out of this session today?
I just really need some help figuring out what to do, because, I mean, kind of like you said, I do want to help him and stuff, but then I'm also at the point where I'm in my senior year. I don't want to be stressed. I'm not going to allow him to drive me crazy, but I still want to figure out, how do I support him? How do I get him to realize that what he's doing is hurting himself more than anybody else, you know? I guess any advice that you give me on getting him to realize that he needs to fix stuff for himself and, you know, not depend on us, or figure out that what he's doing is wrong. I don't know. Help me help him. That's help me help him.
Okay, so I see that you want to help your brother. You want him to get back on that right track of going back to school and graduating. Is that right?
Yeah, he needs to do that too.
Okay, so in what ways do you think that you would be helpful to him?
I mean, I figured that I figure that's, considering that we have a good relationship or whatever, I guess just being there to listen to figure out what's really going on, because I don't feel like he's, up until this point, that he's been really truthful about what's been happening or why things that have been happening. So I guess just being there for him and letting him know that despite all the wrong decisions that he's making, you know, that he's still loved. Then I figured maybe that's all that I can do right now, because I've tried talking to him before and he's not really listening, and if he is, he's not really comprehending what I'm saying to him. So I guess just being there, supportive of him.
Okay, so you just want to be supportive of your brother and you know, reassure him that he's still, you know, you still care for him even though he's not on the path where you and your parents were really looking forward for him to be on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you feel with talking to him again?
What do you mean?
Well, you said that the last time you spoke to him was last week, and you haven't spoke to him again. Do you?
So I feel like the last time I talked to him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the last time I talked to him, I was just really disappointed. I was really hurt at the fact that he didn't sound like he cared about what was happening, or the consequences that were coming from his actions. He was it almost sounded like he was satisfied with the outcome of things, like, you know, basically he didn't want to be in school and stuff. And that really bothered me, because once upon a time, like, he had so many ambitions for school, like, he had so many goals for school, and now it's kind of like, I don't want to be in school, I don't care, you know, almost like he didn't care if he graduated, and that just really broke my heart. But then I'm also at the point again where I can't allow him to stress me out, because I need to graduate. My life has to go on regardless of whether or not he wants us to, you know, so.
Okay. So based on what you said, you want to help him, but with so much on your plate, you know, you don't want him to feel like you don't want to feel that stressfulness. You don't want to be stressed out about it.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well, I just want to start closing up with you because we're starting to run out on time. And you know, I just want to remind you of what happened today. We talked about we talked about the confidentiality and how our agency works, and I noticed a lot of strengths in you. You still want to be there for your brother regardless of the things that he has put you through, because you know you guys are family. And I think that you're feeling I think that your feeling of being there for him is, oh God. I think that you being there for your brother, despite what decisions he's made, what decision he makes, is very strong, and I commend you on that. And is there anything that you want to see differently next session?
I guess just more pinpointing of like what I can do. So just, I guess, more advice next session.
Okay, so I hope to see you again. And when were you thinking of coming?
Maybe Wednesday next week.
Okay, so we can meet again next week, Wednesday, and I hope you have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.